Hi everybody, so today I'm just going to look at a brief introduction to one of the most important parts of being able to move freely and comfortably and really feel good in your body, and that's being able to interact with the floor really well, being able to sit and get up and down from the floor and move around. It's such an important part of being human, and if you look in uh, most hunter-gatherer societies all over the world and throughout our evolutionary history, we're interacting with the ground all the time. Like, we weren't sitting in chairs or sofas and that sort of thing. We'd be sitting or supporting ourselves just on the ground. And our bodies are really well designed to be able to do this. But if we don't all the time, then we lose that ability, and our joints and our other parts of our body suffer from having that capacity and having that strength and mobility and able to do and move around comfortably on the floor. So one of the really easy ways into doing this is playing with sitting. Now this is so good because it can be done in a very unstructured and playful way, which keeps it fresh and interesting and doesn't become a grind, and it's not about working on specific flexibility goals or something or anything like that. It's more about just being able to be comfortable on the ground. But in order to do that, we're going to have to get some building blocks in place. So this first thing we're going to look at is, it's often called a 90-90 position or a shin box. So 90-90 would be more like this, but whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, you might be in a position where you can't sit like this, you can't get like that, and that's totally fine. Maybe you can adjust it and you'll be able to do it if you're leaning back a bit more, or maybe you're going to be sat up somewhere like this. Now, that doesn't really matter where you're at throughout that sort of continuum. What we're going to be looking at is your ability to move in that sort of space and in that direction, and the more you move in that area and the more that you move in that shape, then the more comfortable it will become and the more able you'll be able to sit and move around like that. So all we're going to do is, if you can't sit in that position at all, that's fine. Just going to start with your feet like sat on the ground like this, and going to just start moving from side to side. So like your butt cheek's probably going to come up off the ground, and it's going to move from one side to the other. And then eventually, as you get more comfortable, move lower and lower. And this may take weeks of doing it, but if you kind of do it for a minute or two a day, then you'll start to see that it'll improve, and eventually you can get down like that and move more into this range. There's no need to really push it at the end ranges of your flexibility. It's good to go there and to move in and out of it and to feel the stretch and to feel where you are tight and that sort of thing. But when you're doing this, the idea is to make your body feel comfortable in those areas rather than make it feel like being there is a real strain and a push. So just listen to your body and see where feels good, and that might change from day to day, but just explore your boundaries of where you can be in this position. Maybe you start moving your hip down to the ground there, or rocking your hips backwards and forwards there, and exploring all of those things will give your body new possibilities and new ways that it can be in this position. Like I said, it can also be really good to support yourself with your hands. Move backwards and forwards like that. So if that feels good, if that feels easy, it will be amazing for lubricating your hips and opening up to help you get into eventually that sort of side sitting position. And then from there, there's a whole load of other stuff that you can then go on to do from this position, like getting up and down. But for now, it's really great just to build on this foundation that you comfortably sit here for sort of a couple of minutes, and the ability to do that will have a tremendous effect on the health of your hip joints and of all other kinds of the confidence that you have in your movement to be able to move yourself around on the ground. So to sum up, it's starting easy and just moving in really comfortable ranges of motion, going to the edge of your range of motion but not pushing too far into it, and really playing with it and getting creative with the position and how you can move around on the ground from being over here to being over here. So have fun with that, and please let me know how you get on and anything you find out in the comments. Thank you very much.